Hey, Miss C with the T. Are you back in town yet? Okay. You back in town yet? Or are you still driving? Hello, 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 Fortune. I did all my cutting already, so I got my little compost right here. Yay, yay. I'll, I'll be listening. Good. So I got this put to the side. I hope that y'all can hear me fine. Yes, yes. Since y'all told me not to throw away stuff, so now I'm gonna create compost. What we're making today is a simple, quick Caribbean dish. And technically, what you're going to do with the Caribbean dish is use your you're going to use your what you think is viable. So Miss Cheryl has said, "Hey, why don't you use the stuff you already have?" And I was like, "Okay, I can make the stuff out of what I got." So what I have is I have chicken breasts. Okay, so we have chicken breast. Let me get all my stuff, and we're gonna put chicken breast. Your variations of vegetables. So my variations is I'm gonna be using red onion. I'm gonna be using green peppers. I'm gonna be using red peppers. I'm gonna be using serrano peppers. I'm gonna be using this thing. What is that? I can't never remember what it is. But squash. I'm gonna be using squash. I'm gonna chop this down, and we're gonna be using corn. And I had chopped some stuff in there, so you can see the corn. I was gonna use black beans, but instead we're using pinto. So I'm gonna use pinto beans, using brown mustard seed. I'm using jerk seasoning. I'm gonna be using cumin, pepper, sea salt, or not sea salt, but kosher salt, and thyme. So that's what I'm using for my. I don't like oregano whatsoever. So instead of using oregano, I'll be using. I'm gonna be using a thing that's called Tapinzi spice. It's called galena. So that's what I'm gonna be using uh, for the chicken. So before we do any of that, we're gonna put this thing together. It's gonna be very simple, very put together, and it goes in the oven, and you leave it in the oven for this. If you already have the chicken, let me pat the chicken down. If you already have the chicken, you shouldn't have to bake it that long. So what I did was I already, uh, yeah, Galena, 33rd and Galena. Uh, that's my secret. That's like my secret weapon sometimes, because nobody really knows about it. But okay, what we're gonna do, I already made the rice, and we're gonna blend everything together. So the difference is the only thing I'm gonna cut for you right now is I need to chop this real quick, and then I need to chop these into quarters. So give me 1 second while I look. All right, there it is. Okay. All right, so we're gonna cut that. Okay. So we I don't need to use this anymore. All right, so we have all our vegetables right here ready to go. Okay, so while we're cutting all this up, I'm gonna get the pan. I already preheated the oven. Preheat the oven to 375, and so we got all these right here ready to go. So y'all see the vegetables. We're gonna cut these serrano peppers. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make another sauce. Let me just chop these up real quick. And how's everybody's Saturday going? Everybody got a okay. 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 All right, we're chopping up all this right here. Well, Fortune, you're kind of close. I use a family recipe to make my jerk, and some of it is not common to what a lot of people know. There's certain ingredients that I do use. Uh, that's not common. The reason why I'm using serrano peppers is because that's what I had. So what I did, I followed Michelle's advice, and so I am attempting to make it with the stuff I already had in my refrigerator, and I'm going to freestyle everything. Hopefully, it comes out good. Michelle, Caribbean food, you have. I'm guaranteeing you have without you knowing it was because a lot of the times, a lot of the times it's heavy influence on vegetables. Like it's heavy influence. Like if you can pull any vegetables that got some color to it, do it. You know what I'm saying? And this is like this is just like not even a third of the vegetables that I can use, right? So you can use all kind of vegetables, and then you can even for it to put a twang in it, you can even throw in some fruit like pineapple and stuff like that sometimes. Man, so it mainly Caribbean food, and then it also depends. See, Caribbean is a broad term. Caribbean is a broad term. Y'all remember that because what they make in Jamaica, they don't make in Bahamas. What they make in the Bahamas, they don't make in Cuba, and what they make in Cuba, they don't make it in Dominican Republic, and so on and so on. Like every Caribbean dish is different, and it depends on what you want, right? So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna make something for this chicken. We freestyling this. I'm gonna use the rest of my olive oil. Okay. Now I know I gotta go to the grocery store and buy some olive oil. All right. We're gonna put what else are we using? What are we using? What are we using here? Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grind up the serrano peppers for the chicken. Okay. So what we're doing is I'm trying to think what else was I supposed to put in there? Okay. Your Caribbean cream. Yeah, so a lot of people, it's really it's really like I don't know, man. Like if you go to the certain islands and stuff, it's the same food, but it's like different spices. And sometimes that one spice will differentiate what is, let's say, Trinidadian food, and like if you eat Trinidadian food is it's amazing. But it's nothing like Jamaican food. Uh One of my favorite foods that I'm trying to learn to cook is Panamanian food, but one of my close friends, he's from Panama, and I told him, "You need to teach me how to cook Panamanian food." His wife's a chef. Oh, and then you want to know what the secret ingredients that I'm using today is my orange habanero that I grew. So the secret ingredient for today's dish is the habanero. Let's see how. Oh my God, this thing it smells hot. It smells hot. Okay, I'm excited. So y'all see this? You see all this right here? You see all this of my little pepper? That's my little contribution from my garden. My little it's homegrown. Yep, yep. All right. I was waiting. Now I'm excited because I forgot. I was like, I'm gonna use this for something, and it's ripe and it's ready to go, and it smells like it's gonna burn my mouth out. Okay. Get a spoon. So we got our rice right here. Ooh, you see that? It's steaming over here. It's steaming. All right. So now we're gonna make this medley. And we're baking all of this. So we're putting the rice in here first. Okay. So we're gonna put this. We got all this there. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this stuff up. All right. This is why it's not gonna take that long to in the oven. So we're gonna mix this with the beans. I'm using regular jasmine rice. I'm just using regular jasmine rice because that's what I had. To me, it doesn't, any kind of white rice is fine. And here's another thing. You can cook this separately. But if you're like just trying to get something done to eat, and I would just bake it all and just cook the rice separately. But I didn't cook the rice all the way. Yeah, it's jasmine. No, that's weird. That's crazy. We're not gonna use that much corn, okay, y'all? So we're not gonna use that much corn. What we're doing is really I'm only using the corn for the color. Okay. Hey CC. Okay, so we got the crazy part about this dish is that it's going to be spicy as hell. So if you're a person that don't like spice, we're using a lot of peppers, a lot of onions. So we're gonna uh, that's crazy. You need to wash. You need to wash your rice if that's the case. That's that's bananas. Okay, so for everybody, like Cece just joining in, I am. I took a suggestion from Miss Cheryl. She's never had Caribbean food before, but she also told me that I should make what's in my kitchen or in my refrigerator and see what I can make from it. So I went through my whole refrigerator and I was like, okay, I got this, that, and third. Let's go ahead and I'm going to make a Caribbean uh, dish using what I got. So what I have in my little blender. Oh yeah, and then my secret ingredient is my orange habanero that I grew. See it? This is my secret. That's my secret weapon. I'm proud of myself. This is the first time I'm actually using something that I actually grew. All right. Okay, so what we're doing is we're just creating a medley. There's no absolute way of doing it. Okay, you just want to make sure it's all just evenly out. We're gonna put, and since y'all been with me since the beginning, y'all know I like everything thick. Like, okay, all right. So I'm gonna put this to the side. We're not done with this yet because we still got to add seasoning to it. So we're gonna put this to the side for a second while we're gonna mess with this chicken real quick. All right. Okay. Okay. So you're like, hey, but what did you just pour in there? That blender right there. Okay. So what I poured was peach whiskey. So what the peach whiskey is gonna do, it's gonna add a little twang to that. It's gonna add a little twang to this dish. And for those that don't know, I know y'all know, but if anybody's watching in the back chilling, just know that when you use liquor, the alcohol part, it evaporates. So you're only using it for the flavor. So I bet you if you smell this, oh, ooh, ooh, oh no, oh no. Okay, I would give $1,000 for somebody who could drink this. Boy, you ain't gonna live, and your booty hole ain't gonna live either. But all right, so we got the chicken here. That was something else. Okay, so we're gonna put this in the side because this is the last that we're gonna put on the chicken. Yeah, this is what you call heat. This is heat right here. I'm not even gonna use all this on this chicken. This is just a little bit. You said $2 for me to smell it again? No. That's trill right there, boy. I was like, oh no, y'all trying to. That's mm, that's crazy. That had my mind going somewhere else right now. I'm sorry. I am sorry, y'all. I think I'm putting myself in a situation that I might not be able to get out of. But we're having fun. This is an original dish. Okay, so you get your little filet chickens, right? What we're gonna do is gonna put some stuff on it, right? Okay, homemade jerk. Then we're gonna use some. So the brown I use a lot of it because I can make my own mustard, right? So this is brown mustard seed, but I'm a huge fan of mustard. So we got cumin and we got. I ran out of my kosher salt, so we got the I'm gonna start with kosher salt. Okay. I'm not a big fan of salt. If you don't want to use salt, then don't. It's okay. I'm only using the kosher salt because you don't have to use a lot of it, right? I don't like iodized salt. I'm gonna put that mustard seeds right here. Okay. Whew. Got the cumin. I love me some Julia Child. Yeah, because I didn't want to use. I don't have any other knives. You forget I'm a single man living by myself, and cutlery is not something that I care for or wasn't on my bingo card when I was buying stuff to eat with. So I'm going with Miss Cheryl's idea. It's what I have in the house. Okay. So we have everything here. Okay. I'm always going to have to put this on my dishes because uh okay. So I was thinking either using cayenne pepper or paprika, and I'm gonna choose paprika. I'm gonna choose the smoked paprika. Oops, might have poured too much on that one. Okay, all right. So we got all this stuff here. All right, let me bring the other stuff back. We're gonna lay the chicken on top of this bed, and then we're gonna finish seasoning this up. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, jeez. Okay. 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 All right. All right. Let's bring this back. All right. So we're gonna chop this habanero up. All right. This is gonna be a really, really hot dish. Okay. 33rd and Galena. Okay. All right. So you have all that stuff on there. Just a splash of some lemon juice. All right. Okay. So now we're looking. Yeah. This is gonna be a hot one. Oh my God. All right. Here's the. Y'all looking? Okay. I feel what does this look like to y'all? What does this look like? Remember I told you the story about my best friend that's Korean and he made me try this. He made me try this and it was woo, and it burnt my mouth to a crisp. Okay. That's all I'm using. I told a story about being in Hawaii and uh he made me believe that this was guacamole. And I took a big bite of it because I loved avocados. And it was actually like a I forgot what it was called, but it's a hot sauce for Korean, Chinese, and Japanese food. But nonetheless, this is what we're looking like, y'all. I think we only have to cook it for 20 minutes. So let me set the timer up for 20. Okay, so we set the timer for 20 minutes. We're gonna put this in the oven. Let's see what it looks like right now. This is exactly what it looks like. Okay. I don't know, man. My nose is feeling some kind of way right now. Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay, so we got our little medley of vegetables left over. Waste not, want not, right? So we're gonna put this into this bowl and save it for something else, or make compost out of it. I got my compost. Oh no, that's my onion. I got my compost right here. Or I'm gonna make compost. Yeah, I did. I washed my hands. I washed my hands twice. Okay. I need to rinse this out. Oh my God. All right. Oh, I didn't touch my face, or did I? I don't remember if I did touch my face. Now that you said that, I wonder if I did touch my face. Oh shoot! Oh, now you saying it, Fortune. Now I'm thinking like, did I touch my face? Because now my face is like feeling some kind of way. Like I'm feeling like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I probably touched my face. Hold on. Yeah, because my nose is feeling some kind of way. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. Let me get something to drink. Oh my goodness. Grab my cup. All right, so we got 20 minutes, y'all. Uh hopefully this dish comes out good. Hopefully I make Miss Cheryl happy and she'll end up wanting to try to make Caribbean food on her own. I would suggest going by a recipe if you've never eaten it before, so you can get used to what kind of spices you want. Uh, technically, what Fortune said uh, with Caribbean spices is true, but it is basic. So those are what she gave you will be the basic what you would use, what you would try to use to create a base. Then you could become creative after that and do different styles and do this and do that. And sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. We're about to find out today if it's a hit or miss. Nonetheless, I'm gonna eat it. See, I go to a place in Houston called Pinsy's, and they make these for you. So they made my jerk. They made my and it's a spice shop. Okay, so you go there, then it's all spices. You can get this. Yeah, especially I should have made this while you were here, Mister. You would have never talked to me again. Okay, I did touch my face. I did this, and okay, that's why I'm. All right, give me a second. Let me wash my hands again. Don't you hate that? Like you don't really be knowing if you touching your face or not. Good. All right. So while we're waiting, I'm gonna make me a Tampico drink. All it is fruit juice. It's island punch. The name of the spice shop is called Penzies. It's right there on airline. I actually I took Miss T there when she was in town. I took her to that place. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So while we're waiting, I was doing research for my topic on Monday on recession proof. Uh, and it was kind of backed up from Ms. T's topic last week about the government shutdown and how it's going to affect uh, with food stamps and stuff when we were talking about the food stamps. So I did a deeper dive. Uh, hey, Farmer Chess, I did a deeper dive in the effect of the SNAP program leaving. So we were looking at it one way where, we're talking about people are hungry and stuff like that. But let's talk about it as I think Fresh or one of you guys had mentioned that that you are that the grocery stores are going to be uh, in effect too. So what it looks like is for 1 month of not having the SNAP program in November is $9 billion lost to the grocery stores. So I was like, okay, well, how does that affect everybody else? Well, you know that when when you have inflation like that, they gotta make up that cost, and they are gonna make that cost up. So guess what? Food's gonna go up like crazy for November. Yeah, it was seven. When I looked up, it was $9 billion. So the grocery stores are going to make their money. But I was looking at a TikTok, and it was somebody that used saying something real selfish, like, "Well, I'm not on Snap and all that. I don't need to worry about this, and I don't need to worry about that." And I was like, "Huh." And so it just made me go look, like, yo, could how does this affect everybody in America, even if you um and I'm talking about city folk, like people that live in the city that don't have opportunity that grow their own stuff and anything like that. And they have to go to the grocery stores, or they have to, and they're not on Snap. Something that was costing us like $1.25 is now going to jump up to $6. So that's the effects of the SNAP program. It doesn't mean that because, like, I'm not on Snap, I know a lot of people aren't on Snap, but food was relatively affordable until last year. So everything that I used to be like, oh, it's cheap to do this and it's cheap to do that. Imagine what it's going to look like in November. They don't expect people to lose their mind off of 1 month. Now, if the government shutdown looms to the end of the year, then you're going to see a problem because now holidays are coming up. What do y'all think? That's crazy. It's almost it's crazy because it's nothing but a big, huge domino effect. I got family members in Georgia that own like little grocery stores for the community. And I talked to one of my cousins, and they said that they're already feeling the effects of this going on because the community that their little grocery store is in, uh, it's like low income. So it's low income. That means a lot of those people are on SNAP. So she said that she's affected. See, y'all got this where y'all are at. So the people that are on SNAP, uh, it's going to affect her too. So she's going to lose. She's going to lose money as a small business, and they grow their own food. That's the crazy part. Like that, their grocery store with the what they have as in produce and stuff, they grow it. So that's where it's hurting them because it's their life. That's their whole lifestyle. No, it's just a tropical punch. It's called Tampico. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's his hope that because you're in a smaller town, it doesn't affect you as much. You know what I mean? So yeah, that town. It's y'all don't got Tampico up there. Look, yes, there is a splash of peach whiskey, just a splash. See, Tampico's great. I'm missing out. If you go to a grocery store and you see some Tampico, they got different flavors, but mine's is the tropical because it has peach and pineapple and all that stuff in it. I have to DJ tonight, so I know when I get home tonight, this food. You never seen this, Chaz? They don't sell in New Jersey. I tell you, it's good. You know what? It is real good. But you know what? It's like a hood juice. Because I bought that. I didn't buy that at a grocery store. I bought it at the hood store down the street. Like sometimes when you go to the hood stores, they be having some stuff that only the hood stores have. Okay, we'll cover this up. Oh, this doesn't fit. So I made this, Chaz. You weren't on earlier. The chicken that I'm making, I made a sauce to go on it. Uh, this is serrano peppers, olive oil, and a dash of whiskey. And I opened it. What was that? What's that? What's that sauce, Chaz, that you use on Korean food? It's all peppers, but it looks like this, and it kind of looks like guacamole. I forgot the name of it, but it's Asian. It's like you could put it on Asian dishes, like Japanese dishes and Chinese dishes. And every time you go like to the Asian restaurant, they'll give you like the spices, and there'll be like a red one and then that green one. What's that green one called? That's what I think I just made. I think I made that right now. I was making a topping for the chicken, and I made it before. Yeah, you got to go to those type of stores. You got to go to those type of stores because those type of stores they be having everything. Like if you live in the South, like in Georgia, Alabama area, there's like these stores called Piggly Wigglies. I don't know if they're still there, but that to me is like the Southern Hood stores of Piggly Wiggly. I remember there was one in Texas a long time ago, but I don't know if they have them anymore. Oh my God. That juice is great. So that, like I was saying, after I finish DJing and come home tonight, when I do my cooking and I have to DJ, I'll take a bite for you guys, and then then after that I'll put it up, and then I'll cook it later. I mean, I'll make it later on, and sometimes after it settles, it tastes so good. Uh, okay. Yeah, Piggly Wiggly was my store, man. When my aunt lived in Richmond County, Georgia, in Augusta, there was one right around the corner from my house. Me and my cousin Kiki used to just hang out there. They had the snacks. They had everything. Hey, the Nichols 13. How are you? So, for those just checking in and tuning in, we are making a simple or a quick, simple Caribbean dish, Caribbean chicken dish, and the ingredients is vegetables from your refrigerator. Michelle asked me to see if I could make a dish with what I already have and the ingredients that I have, and I did. And we're attempting to see if it's going to taste good. That's what we're doing right now. It's in the oven. I chopped up green peppers, red peppers. Uh, we also chopped up squash, onions, red onions. Uh-oh. And I think y'all just came in time. Uh, it looks like it's almost done. Got 1 minute left on the timer. And then we're going to see what it is. We're using chicken. We're using thin cut chicken breast. We cut that up a little bit. And then so what we're going to do is we're going to taste it and see how good it is. Kind of excited. I'm trying to think. Oh, I was looking for a thing for this. You want to know what's so crazy? Oh, you hear that? You hear that? Okay. Y'all pray with me. Y'all pray with me. Oh my God, it smells hot. Oh, this is gonna be something. Y'all give me a minute. I'm looking for a pot handle. Let's see. All right, this is just gonna have to do. All right. I think all my pot. Hold on. Yeah, I think I have to. I'm gonna use this for right now. Let's go Astros. Okay. All right. Let's fold this up and let's take this out. Okay. Let me just check. Let me check this chicken real quick. Okay, we're gonna put it back in here. It's not ready. We're gonna put it back in here for 10 more minutes. Okay, we're putting it back in for 10 minutes. Okay. Oh, y'all got rain. I don't know. Was it overnight here? Yes, because I woke up and I think it was raining. But it looked like you go outside, it looked like it didn't even rain at all. So I need to walk outside and see. We're almost done. Waiting for 10 more minutes, and then I think we should be good to go. So did it rain? Did it rain a lot though? Or I was asleep last night and I was drugged up on Benadryl. I wonder, like, did it rain like a lot, or it just rained like sporadic? I am 1010. What's up? That's interesting, Michelle. Buddha, hello. Y'all are coming in right on time. We're almost done with we're almost done with the here goes Chaz, like melted you probably had her going until she saw the cheese, y'all. Y'all probably had her. She would have tried it. She would have tried the baguettes, but she when she said I don't even think it matters what kind of cheese for her. If she gonna ask that question, she's like, nah, I ain't. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna go ahead and pass. I shouldn't even have brought up the cheese. Well, welcome in. I appreciate it. Oh man, that is hilarious. Welcome in silence. Appreciate you, man. Okay, so right now we are waiting. We got about 5 more minutes in the oven. So we're just sitting here conversating. No, I'm not doing no goat cheese though. Yeah, that's when y'all lose me. Like I just like regular cheese. Like give me some nacho cheese. Give me some shredded cheese that is out. Parmesan is even exotic for me. But when you start saying stuff like goat, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Thanks. Again, I think that's why I don't ever really go to people's houses to eat. Because you be sitting there eating, and then they'll be like, "You like it? Yeah. What is it?" And they were like, "Oh, it's goat. It's goat milk and curry." No, I'm like, nah. See, then I'm not your friend anymore. Then I just won't be your friend anymore because I feel like I feel like you're playing with me. You're over here playing with me, and that's not cool. That is hilarious. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I have I have floors, and I always feel like it's just me, but I don't understand how it keeps getting dirty. Crazy. Okay. G Mama High. I appreciate everybody chiming in. Mm. When y'all start bringing up stuff like goat cheese and stuff like that, and nanny and milk, like whatever you talking about, it makes me never want to go to the country. Right. That's why I didn't want to go to the country. I did. I forgot what I made it in. Oh, I used the ghost pepper and I made enchilada casserole and I used the ghost pepper. And then Miss T sent me these two peppers that were I forgot the name of them, but those two peppers that she sent me was unbelievably hot. And what I'm telling you is unbelievably hot. I s- I put it in to the thing before I put it in the oven, and I was already in tears. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is too hot." And I ate it, and it was, but the ghost pepper was great. And then so the only pepper that I did use, I don't know if you were in yet, but this this particular dish, I'm using the orange habanero that I harvested. My one little pepper. Yeah, do that. I want to make some hot honey because I got honey too. I want to make some. My ghost pepper thing, uh, stock or whatever it's called, it's it's growing into a beautiful plant. I just wait for some peppers to come out of it. Okay. Did y'all hear that? Okay, it's telling me. Let's see. Now, I'm gonna tell you the smell is great, but I think I love the smell of it fresh cooked. Uh, I like the smell of fresh cooked vegetables. Ooh. All right. What do y'all think before I make this plate? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking, really? Y'all see that right there? What y'all thinking? Okay. Before I move it, what are y'all thinking so far? You need a little. You need a. All right. Give me a second. All right. So y'all see what it looks like. Let's see if this thing is good. Let's see. Cece only hanging around to see if I'm gonna burn myself. Okay. Where is my big spoon at? Okay. So I got a little plate. Okay. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. All right. Hi, y'all. I'm back. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's take a look at this and see what we're looking with. We're going to try the chicken first. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Oh, my God. Oh, that was a piece of chicken. All right, so I tried the chicken. It's jerk. It's jerk. Now, let me try the rice, beans. Ooh. Damn. Hold on, y'all. Mm. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. I apologize. Hold on, I need one more bite. Mm. Mm. Okay. Mm. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna try the chicken with uh with this on here. You see that? Got the green sauce. This is the serrano pepper that we made. Yes, it did. Well, we're about to find out right now. We're about to find out right now. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. Want to see it? No, I'm not cheating. Okay. Ready? Oh, oh, oh. Okay. So you take that and you take a bite of the rice because, oh my God. Oh, oh, oh. Give me a second, yo. Oh, oh my goodness. I gotta take a walk. I gotta take a lap. Oh my God. Oh, mm. I think I invented something. I think I invented something. I think I'm gonna enter the chili wars at the rodeo with that green stuff. Put that green stuff in the chili. Oh my God. Oh, Oh man. Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Yes. This. Okay. Overall, do not make this on date night. Uh-uh. Unless, yeah, I did, but I didn't think it was going to be this hot. Now, the jerk seasoning, I did it as a dry rub, right? So with the dry rub on the jerk seasoning, it worked out. So if you're gonna do it with just the jerk seasoning, I suggest you do it and cut out the serrano peppers and the orange habanero. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and skip the pepper part of this plate, unless you like spice. Like this is spicy. The rice, the beans, and the vegetables is good. Like it's not gonna kick your ass. It's spicy, but not kick your ass spicy. The chicken has jerk seasoning on it, and we seasoned it with the jerk, the 33rd and Galena, and brown mustard seeds, and the pepper and salt and the cumin made this, and a dash of lemon juice made this the chicken great. Um, the this is hell. This is hell. I'm gonna say this though. I want to make chili beans next week sometime. I don't put that in the chili beans. The orange habanero. I took a bite. Let me take a bite of this chicken without that sauce on it. Hold on. See, the jerk is fine without this. Oh, I'm nice. I'm proficient with chili. I always try to find a way to make it super hot, and I found it right here. This is gonna be my secret weapon. Is this? See this? We're gonna call this half secret sauce from the pits of hell. So from the pits of hell, and then change the voice and everything from the pits of hell. But as far as the dish, it is. This is the only thing I think I would change on this. The only reason why I went with pinto beans because I was in the mood for pinto beans. But I would. The only thing I would change on this dish is black beans. I would change it the pinto beans, the black beans, and then the red onion to white onion. Other than that, this is a great dish, y'all. No, I didn't wipe my eye. I almost wiped my eye, and then I felt it. Mm, okay. Oh, but there's nothing on my hands though. Remember, I didn't touch nothing after I washed my hands the last time. Okay. All right. So my grade for this, not counting the peppers. And I think that you're right because that one bite cleared my nose right the hell up. Real talk. So I might not have to take Benadryl tonight. But without this depth right here, I rate it about a 7 for myself. Um, but I would rate it a 9 based on um, Miss Cheryl's qualifications. She said to make something out of my kitchen, and I did. Uh, it's edible. The chicken's A1. The vegetables are A1. The seasonings I used were A1. Considering I didn't have to use much seasoning, because when you do Caribbean dishes, you should only have two main seasons. And that's it. You don't need to do all this crazy stuff. Uh, but if you were to make a simple Caribbean dish, uh, let me suggest to use two main spices. So my two main spices that I was going to use was this and jerk seasoning, and call it the day. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Uh, thank you, Miss Fortune. I appreciate it too. No, it's a this one would be a work in progress. I'm gonna revisit this again. I'm gonna revisit this again in the next couple of weeks, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna just change a couple of stuff out. So we're gonna use black beans, and we're gonna use white onions. Other than that, this is a great dish. And then what we can do is we could separate it, right? Because this was more like a casserole. I appreciate it. I would like. I love thyme. I love thyme. Um, what I would like to do is we can make the rice and beans separate and roast the vegetables, like roasted this time. Next time, like roast the vegetables independently and bake the chicken. But the difference on the chicken is what we'll do is we'll sear it on the stove. We'll sear it, and then we'll bake it, the chicken, with the same jerk seasoning on it. Uh, change the roast the vegetables. Use lemon juice and olive oil, right? And then we'll cook the the beans, rice, and corn together. Well, we'll cook it separately, add those together, but we won't bake it, and then we'll put it all at the end. I think that could work. Yeah, I definitely think. I love the way that I baked this dish though. Like as a one, it does taste good. But now that I'm looking at it and playing with it, I'm like, oh, you know what I could do this time? So we're gonna revisit this dish again. Like I said, I'll give it a 7. Uh, and then we'll make it again, see if I can't make it like I said, with more prep, instead of doing what we have on the instead of us doing, you know what I'm saying? Just, I think it'll be okay. What do y'all think? CC said that could work. I think we can try that. And we'll do it the next go around. We'll do it like in December, and it'll be a different feel, different energy, and we'll cook it this way, and then we'll see what we can do with that, and then see if we can make this into a Caribbean dish that you would be proud to bring to your Thanksgiving or to your Christmas party, right? Yay! All right. Thank you guys for joining in and messing with me, and we'll figure it out what we're gonna do next time. Yeah, absolutely. You can. I'm not a big noodles person, but I do always like rice. But Miss T kind of taught me how to not use rice and potatoes together. because she thinks that's a double starch. So I've gotten caught into that realm of if I see potatoes, I don't make rice. If I see rice, I don't make potatoes. So that's it, y'all. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for joining in. And don't do me too bad on Monday morning. I will see you all Monday morning. Bye.